Okay, day 17 of 365 days of meditation. This morning's meditation was good. I think it was about an hour long, maybe 50 minutes. I think an hour in total, maybe if I include sort of a brief savasana or sort of like lie down integration session I did after the meditation where I just lie down and relax and sort of take the whole experience in, what has just occurred. So about an hour in total. Early in the meditation, I was trying some body scans and, just focus on the nothingness and darkness behind the eyes. And I just was wandering off a little bit. And then I remembered the trigger I had set prior to embarking on this 365-day journey to quickly drop into a deeper meditative state. And so I used that trigger and I was able to sort of drop in a bit deeper. And once I did that, it's interesting at this point, the meditation feels a lot less directed by me right now. It just feels like I'm along for the ride. And so part of being along for the ride is just sort of observing what's happening. And as a result of doing that, I don't seem to be able to remember necessarily the sequence of events that happens in the meditation or all the events that happen in the meditation afterwards. I find if I'm trying to note what's going on as it's occurring, then it sort of pulls me out of the present moment. So I usually remember one or two key takeaways, but that's really it. Other than that, it's really just sort of an experience. And yeah, it's relaxing. There's definitely a lot of emotion that comes up, but all in all, it seems very positive. So I'm just sort of enjoying the ride right now. I did at one point go back and visit a younger version of myself. I remember I was a kid, I think maybe grade 4 or 5. I'm not entirely sure how old you are then, but I had been caught stealing, I think, candy and stickers from a grocery store. And I just sort of recalled that event, and I remember how anxious and worked up I was about the whole thing, and I just sort of consoled myself and reminded myself that I'm not the worst thing I'm not the worst thing I have done, or I'm not the things that I have done. I'm not the actions I have taken. That doesn't define who I am. And I think at that moment in time, I definitely felt that way. And so I just reminded myself that that was not the case, or reminded my younger self that that's not the case, where we are now, and also sort of the outcome of that event and the events that unfolded afterwards as a result. Because I remember I was quite distraught at that point, and actually I remember thinking I would run away from home, and just playing it all through in my head. So I don't know why I ended up at that moment, but I did. And so I did the usual consoling myself, showing myself that we've made it out the other side, letting myself know all the events that occurred afterwards. And yeah, that reminder that, life is made up of countless opportunities for actions. And there's still countless opportunities for actions ahead. And a few actions that have been taken in my life, most of which in the grand scheme of things are very minute, definitely do not define who I am as a person. So that was a good takeaway, a good reminder that sort of popped in. And again, I didn't feel like it was pushed by me. It just sort of, I ended up there somehow. The second sort of big takeaway from me was the realization that someone I know, and I'm not going to discuss my relation to them or out them in any way in this video. That's not my place to do it, or not my place to do, but yeah, someone I know right now I suspect is definitely suffering in silence with some potential depression, anxiety, mental health issues. And I've known this person for quite a while. I didn't suspect it when I was younger, but it's interesting. I'm sort of looking at it through new eyes these days, and definitely suspect that it might be going on. And it got me really sort of emotionally charged that this person's been right under my nose most of my life, and Now I'm wondering how I might be able to assist that person. Um, but I'm not entirely sure how to approach it or what to do. So I think I have a plan anyway. In meditation, a sort of an idea popped into my mind. Someone I might be able to talk to who is a professional in the mental health space who might give me some ideas as to what I should do or how to approach this. So, yeah, interesting experience. And like I said, the most interesting thing is everything just feels very emotionally charged right now, and I'm just kind of letting it flow. And just sort of, yeah, very much feels like I'm along for the ride on the meditations right now. Just interesting, just kind of surrendering into it, dropping into it. Whatever happens, happens. So, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover today. Um, in closing, the usual, if you are experiencing any mental distress that is significantly impacting your quality of life, if you're depressed or anxious, unable to cope with your own thoughts or your emotions, or if you are engaging in behavior that you find odd or distressing, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody, talk to somebody, talk to somebody. If you can, get help from a clinical counselor, a therapist, or a professional in that space. Definitely reach out. But at the very least, a friend, family member, coach, teacher, someone that you know and respect or see as reliable, or that you feel like you can confide in, just to tell them what's going on. Anytime I've ever done it, I've never regretted it. So help yourself, help end the stigma around mental health. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great day.